Thank you for joining me today for this class, yoga class, where we focus on thoracic mobility. So even though thoracic mobility will be the main focus of today's class, we will also do other postures because in the end our whole body is connected, and things like shoulder blades or breathing also affect the thoracic mobility, so not only the spine. The sun is shining quite bright, so sorry, that's why I'm keeping my hand like that. For this class, you will only need a block. If you don't have a block, just grab a big book and that will be perfectly fine. You can sit right now, or you can also do this standing if you are sitting for quite a lot today, for example. So what is thoracic spine? So thoracic spine would be our mid-back, so from our ribs up to the bottom of where our neck starts. And immediately I want you to start to bring your attention to this area, so to your thorax. So thorax is your thoracic spine, your rib cage, and your lungs as well. So over here, elongate your spine up towards the sky. So sit tall and comfortable. And then, as breathing is a really vital part of everyday life and also for our thoracic mobility, bring your hands on top of your ribs. So just first feel your ribs, where your ribs finish. Perhaps take your hands and explore your ribs in the back as well. And now keep your hands, if it's more or less comfortable, try not to bring your shoulders too much up towards your ears, so try to relax your shoulders. And then we will focus for several cycles of breathing, and I want you to imagine that when you breathe in, your ribs are expanding 360 degrees, so all directions. Okay. So keep your hands on your ribs, perhaps even thumb behind you, so that when you inhale, you feel your ribs expanding all directions. You can close your eyes just for a few moments or soften the gaze and start to bring your attention to your breath. So take an inhalation. Feel your ribs expanding all directions. And exhalation, soften. And then feel how they're becoming smaller. So several times like that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. So why we do so, we want our brain to be aware which area we will focus on in today's yoga practice. So that's why it's nice to take the hands, put them on our ribs, and to just really explore the body. So a few more times. Inhale and expand your ribs all directions. And exhale. One more time. Inhalation. And exhalation. Okay, so now we feel where our ribs are, how they are expanding in space. If you couldn't feel your ribs expanding, that's also fine. If you bring your awareness that you want to do that move, so eventually you will, of course, start to feel the movement and then the ribs expanding. So just observe, take it easy, and exploration of the body. Now let's imagine that you are sitting really still, so your whole body is still, especially our lumbar spine, so our lower back. Quite often when we work with the middle spine, with our mid-back, with our thoracic, our lower back compensates quite a lot. So we really want to keep stability in the lower back and just focus on the thoracic spine. So over here, we will push the chest forward, so it will be a very small movement. The back of your neck is long, and then chest back, as if you want to round your spine, but really focusing on your mid-back. So a few times like that, pushing chest forward. It might seem that, I'm moving my shoulders, but shoulders stay still. The movement originates from my chest and from my thoracic spine. So pushing chest forward and pushing it back. What you could do is to put your hand on top of your chest and more or less on top of your belly, and imagine that you want to push the hand which is on the top, so on your chest. If keeping your hands on your chest and belly is not comfortable, just lower your hands wherever it is comfortable. So of course there might be a little movement in your lumbar, but we want to really focus and awaken and bring the attention to our thoracic spine. Take a breath while you do so. Exhale. And then come back to neutral spine. You can move your shoulders up and down. And now put the opposite hand on the opposite shoulder over here. Keep the lower back still, and again, the stability in the lumbar spine. I want you to imagine that you will try to make the movement from the bottom of your ribs and going up. And neck also stays stable, so again we want to bring this movement from the thoracic spine. So now belly button is going towards your spine, and then we make little circles while we keep our hands on the opposite shoulder, and again just to bring the awareness into the thoracic spine. So we go quite slow at the beginning because I really want you to allow and to create this mind-body connection. And then swap the direction, so go the other way. And now you can swap the other way on the top as well, just to change things up. Again, quite often we're used to always put the same leg in front, for example, in the cross-leg position. So it's just good to change things up for our brain also to get to know a different movement, different pattern. So circles, your lower back is staying still. We don't forget to breathe as well, so check your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, and last little circle. And then come back into the center. Now, lower your hands underneath your shoulders. Let's meet in a tabletop position. We will do scapular pull-ups. So again, your whole body is staying still like a statue. Your core is engaged. So again, draw the belly button towards your spine. And first, imagine that you are dropping your chest down, and then your shoulder blades want to squeeze one the other, or if you had a pen in between your shoulder blades, you would like to squeeze it. And then push the shoulder blades away from each other. So continue to do so. So we want to find any sticky spots in the shoulder blades, to move them, to bring some movement in the shoulder blades. Breath in and out. Sometimes I like to add rotations while I do the scapular push-ups. So going forward, going back, and again really isolating this move, and your whole body tries to stay more or less still. Arms are straight while you do so. And last cycle of breath, inhale and exhale. Okay, now let's go into a puppy pose. So extend your hands in front of you. First, actually keep your hips above your knees, so check that. And then extend your arms in front of you. You can lower your forearms down. And imagine now you want to stretch your forearms, lowering your head and your chest and your forehead down onto the ground. So over here you can keep slight activation, so try not to collapse, especially if you are very flexible in this area. I want you to push with your hands, with your palms down onto the yoga mat, and also with your elbows and your forearms. So imagine that you're pushing the yoga mat away from you. while at the same time you're trying to softening your chest down towards the earth. Take an inhalation in this position. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Super slowly come back, come out of the pose. Sit back behind you. And now just roll your shoulders up, back and down a few times. To relax them, you can also make little circles with your wrists to one direction and then to the other. Now let's meet in a downward looking dog. So hands underneath your shoulders or shoulder distance apart, better to say. And then let's meet in a downward looking dog. In the downward looking dog, again, pay the attention to your upper body. So push the ground away from you. Index knuckle is pushing down. You're stretching your armpits. You can keep your legs bent as much as you'd like. Inhale. And open your mouth. Exhale everything out. Once again, inhale, and then the same what we did in the beginning of the class. Feel your ribs expanding 360 degrees, all the directions. Open your mouth and exhale everything out. Then start to walk to the front of your yoga mat. And over here, you might want to have a block nearby, so grab it if it's somewhere next to you. Your feet can be hip distance apart. If that's comfortable, you can bring the block vertically. And now bend your right knee. Put your right hand on top of the block. Then take your hand on top of your chest. We will do a spine twist, but we want the spine twist to originate more or less as much as we can from our mid-back. So keeping the lower back stable. Of course, there will be some twist from the lower back, but I want you to really focus on your mid-back. That's why we put the hand on top of the chest. So hand on top of the chest. First, with the hand, twist. So you want your chest to look to the left. And then you can stay here. Or if you'd like, maybe left hand on your lower back, if that's comfortable. For me, this feels quite nice, so perhaps I stay here. Or another option would be to elongate your arm up towards the sky. So again, you choose which option feels best for you today. If it's uncomfortable to keep your right hand on top of the block, you could always lower your fingertips down onto the ground. Continue to focus and to have your awareness on your mid-back, so onto your spine. And now once again, inhale, and then your ribs are expanding. And exhale. Okay, come back into the center. Simple forward fold. When you forward fold, bring your neck towards your chest, your chin towards your chest, so the back of your neck is long. You can keep a slight bend in your knees. You can roll to the left, to the right, sway to the left, to the right, forward and back, or shake your head as if you're saying no, as if you are saying yes, just to relax your neck, your head. And then whenever you're ready, maybe with a block, bend your left leg. Left hand goes on top of the block or fingertips down onto the ground. Right hand goes on top of your chest. And again, very mindfully and controlled, first twist from your chest. So you want your chest to face the right side. Trying to keep stability in the lower back. Belly button is going towards your spine. Twisting from the mid-back. Maybe right hand, right palm is going on your lower back, if that's comfortable, or maybe extending right arm up towards the sky. Again, explore whichever feels better. If you have practiced with me already, you know that there is never a correct or wrong. So we do what feels the best in this moment. Often it changes. And continue to twist. So continue to feel the activation in your thoracic spine. So take an inhalation while you are twisting. Exhale. And then come back into the center. Straighten both of your legs, maybe a little bend in your knees, move a block to the side somewhere. Now we don't need it for a moment. And again, forward fold, maybe chin towards your chest so the back of your neck is long. Maybe hand is grabbing the opposite elbow just to hang in there. And now relax your hands towards the ground, and then super slowly, one vertebra at a time, I want you to start to lift yourself up. But do it very slowly, starting from your lower vertebrae, then going into your mid-back, and especially when you roll through your mid-spine, I want you to take it super slowly. Imagine how you're stacking one vertebra on top of the other. And then your head is the last to rise. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down to relax them. Okay. Now keep your left foot in the front of your yoga mat. Lift your right knee up. Flex your right foot. Take an inhalation. On the exhalation, shoot your right leg back. We meet in the high lunge. So right knee, right foot goes back. We are in a high lunge. Over here, again, we will do a twist, but we will try to do the twist from the mid-back. So again, I'm repeating myself, but I want you to really explore the sensation, trying to twist from the mid-back. Usually when we twist from the mid-back, the movement is quite small. So we add the neck rotation. So we twist the neck quite a lot, but you can keep the chin above your chest. So you know you're only twisting from your mid-back more or less. So now, again, left hand on top of your chest. Start to twist to the left. And then perhaps that's it. You know, a very small rotation. Stay here. And again, we are actively twisting. So we are developing or activating some muscles in that area, which is really good. So we are not using our hands to twist ourselves more. So stay in a high lunge, continue to twist. Take an inhalation. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And now, to help ourselves with the hands, you could put your elbow on top of your thigh and then twist even more. But again, try to twist from your mid-back, maybe palms together in front of your chest. Continuing to shine our chest to the left side. Your back leg, so right leg is strong and active. Take an inhalation. And on the exhalation, put your hands down onto the ground. Shoot your left leg back. We meet in a plank pose. In a plank pose, stay here for a moment. Take an inhalation. And then, however you want, lower yourself down. And then gently lift your chest, your shoulder blades together, head up. Your kneecaps are engaged, so lift your kneecaps slightly off the mat. The tops of your feet are pushing down. Your hands can stay on the ground, but I want you to really engage your back muscles. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take an inhalation. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And on the exhalation, let's meet in a downward looking dog. In a downward looking dog, again, coming back to the breath, as it's such an important part of our thorax mobility and also our life, as mentioned. So inhale and feel your ribs expanding all directions. And exhale fully. Now lift your right leg up towards the sky for a moment and then bring your right foot into the front of your yoga mat. Maybe don't use your hands. Put your weight to your top leg. Hover your left foot, and when your left foot meets your right foot, shake your legs, roll your shoulders up, back and down, and let's meet back in the mountain pose. Now with inhalation, lift your left knee up, flex your left foot, stay here for a moment or two, and then we bring our left foot back into a high lunge. So make yourself comfortable in your high lunge. Left leg is back, left leg is strong. Now put your right hand on top of your chest, and then we will start to do a little twist while we keep the lower back more or less or as much stable as we can. So start to twist to the right. So again, it's super small movement. Like when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh wow, I want to go deeper, and I could go deeper, but I want you to perhaps go even less than you can, but really activate when you're doing the twist. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So continue to twist. Feel the activation in your mid-back. Take an inhalation. Exhale. So activating those muscles. And then whenever you're ready, lower your left elbow on top of your right thigh. Maybe your hands, palms go into the prayer position, and then we continue to twist. So continue to bring your chest to look to the right side. The back of your leg is strong. Continuing to twist. Take an inhalation. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And on the exhalation, lower your hands down. Bring your right foot into a plank position. Your lower belly is going towards your spine. Shoulder blades are away from each other. Take an inhalation. And lower yourself down. And then once again, to activate the back body, we will lift the shoulder blades, chest, head up. Shoulder blades go closer to one the other. So you can check that your lower ribs are still on the yoga mat. So you're lifting your chest, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Again, the focus is on our mid-back, while at the same time keeping kneecaps engaged. The back of the neck is long. Take an inhalation. Exhale. And whenever you'd like, let's meet back into a downward looking dog. In a downward looking dog, let's take an inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale everything out. Lift your left leg up towards the sky. Bring your left foot in the front, in between your hands. Hover your hands. Put your weight on top of your left leg. Left leg is bent. Hover your right foot, and then your right foot meets your left. Straighten your legs. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Meeting back in a mountain pose. Beautiful. Okay, and now open up your legs wide apart and start to squat down. Your shoulders can stay above your pelvis. You can keep your legs bent as much as you'd like, maybe adding a little movement. You can check that your toes are pointing the same way as your knees, or your knees are pointing the same way as your toes. This might feel nicer for your knees. Continue to open up your knees wide apart. Keep the legs active. Continue to open them up. Breath in and out. And now lower your hands on top of your thighs, and one of the shoulder wants to look down. We do a little twist in the spine, and then other side. At the same time, we might feel a nice stretch in our shoulder blades. So several times like that, moving with the right shoulder down, left shoulder down. Last time on both sides. Come back into the center, engage your core, straighten your legs, and now shuffle your feet closer to one the other. We will meet in a squat position. With a squat, if it's not comfortable to have your heels down, you can always roll your yoga mat, whichever way, and put it underneath your heels, or take a pillow, something to put it underneath your heels. So first, add a little movement in your squat. So one knee down, the other. And then, whenever ready, let's meet in a still squat position. And over here, first put your right hand on top of your head, on the back of your head. We will open up our elbow up towards the sky, and we will do the rotation again in our mid spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower, swap sides. So right arm down for support. Left fingertips behind your head. Inhale, lift your left arm. Chest goes to the left. Continue to breathe. Check your breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Let's do it a few more times. Right fingertips to the right. Move as slow or as fast as you'd like here. Better, I think, slower. So if you want to move faster, try to move slightly slower, just to explore the sensation. So right elbow is going towards the sky. Chest, we are opening it up to the right side. Take an inhalation. Exhale, lower. Swapping sides. And here again, check that your chin is above your chest, or you are aware where your chin is. So we want the movement to go as, like throughout the whole this practice, we want the move to go from the mid spine. So trying to keep our neck relaxed. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower. Okay, let's meet back into a tabletop position. Few cat and cows. So with the cat and cows, I want you again to explore which part of your spine is the most flexible, or in which part of your spine the movement starts or originates. So you could really do the cat and cow slowly, as if you're doing it one vertebra at a time. This way we want to make sure that we are moving our mid-spine as well. So I'm starting from my tailbone, and then one vertebra at a time. Opening it up. Okay, and then just relax everything. Maybe sit on your heels if that's comfortable. Maybe shake your shoulders, move to the left, to the right. Relax everything down. Now we will move down onto the ground. So on your left side, your left hand can go underneath your head. Keep your knees on top of each other. Your lower body stays still. We will again move and explore the area in our thoracic spine. At the same time, we will give some love to our shoulder. So imagine you want to draw zeros with your fingertips, or actually, okay, make yourself comfortable. I wasn't comfortable, so try to make it comfortable. So maybe you don't want to put your left hand underneath your head. So just explore that. And again, making these circles, opening up your chest, twisting through your spine. Big circles with your right hand. Check your breath. So I have added this move in the shoulder mobility, the 10 exercises, shoulder mobility video, and some of you messaged me and said that you really enjoyed it. So we're here. Bring the attention not only to the shoulder, but also to your thoracic spine. Okay, and last circle. And then let's swap the direction. So first, come up on your back. And then, okay, come up on your back. And you can just lift your sit bones up towards the sky just for a few moments. Engage your glutes. So we want to have strong glutes, strong gluteus medius, so our lower back wouldn't compensate any move. For the gluteus, you could find my other classes, my other sessions. I can link in the description below of this video. Take an inhalation, squeeze the glutes. And on the exhalation, one vertebra at a time, lower your tailbone down. And now let's turn to the other side. Again, make yourself comfortable. And then we will make movements with the left shoulder. So drawing these big zeros, and then at the same time we are twisting from our mid-back. So this should feel nice for your shoulder. I hope it feels nice. So when the hand goes back, we open up the chest more to look up towards the ceiling. And last circle. Okay, roll back onto your back. Hug your knees towards your chest, roll to the left and to the right to massage your back. Put your hands behind your knees and roll forward and back, and let's meet in a squat position for one last time. So in the squat position, again, make yourself comfortable. So put your fingertips on the back of your head, and we will do some rolling forward and back up. But again, try to keep your lower back still. Maybe I will face sideways. So fingertips on your back of the head. Look down. Roll your back and then open up your chest to look forward. Back, down, and up. So with this move, of course, we could go super fast, but keep the movement really controlled. Keep your muscles active. So we want our brain to know where is our thoracic spine, mid-back. One more time. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, sit back, extend your legs, shake your legs, put your hands behind you or fingertips behind you, shoulder blades together, chest pushing forward. Exhale. And now let's meet back into a seated position, whichever it is for you. We will come back to the same move what we did in the beginning, so to our breathing. Again, put your hands on your ribs if that feels comfortable. And 3 times inhale and expand your ribs all directions, and then exhale, and 3 times like that. So let's do it all together. Inhale, ribs expanding, and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale So while we have our hands here, of course, we want to feel the movement of the ribs. And then exhale, soften. I should have said that in the beginning. I hope I said it. And then one more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, so you can put your hands in front of your heart, you can rub one palm into the other, or you could give yourself a little clap. So good job for doing this practice today. Let me know how it felt. Let me know if you could feel your thoracic spine moving. Also, I want to let you know that I'm running 2 yoga retreats with climbing sessions in El Chorro this September. So you are really invited, and you can find more information in the description below. So I leave it there. If you have any questions, just send me an email or send me an Instagram message, and then I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you have any requests for future videos, so just drop them down in the comment below. And then I think I mentioned it to you in one of my previous videos. Once we are 5,000 people on my YouTube channel, I want to do a giveaway. So stay tuned for that as well. So I will see you, or better to say, again, you see me next time for another yoga video, and have a beautiful day ahead.